They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 45-yard line.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Bridgewater. And his throw is incomplete. Ricky Seals-Jones, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And able to find Conley. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 29-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a handoff looking right. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Steelers 14.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
On first down, it's Evans. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. 2nd and 6. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. He gets it to Thomas. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 41-yard line. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
61, matchbox light.
Operating from the gun. Beck. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And Thomas has it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards the pickup there.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Beck. And the catch made by Johnson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Let's go now.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. 2nd and 13. Washington's got it. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. From the gun, Beck. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not good.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Throwing, Bridgewater. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Fielded just inside the 20. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
On the
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts.
Ready.
As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Hey, zoom. Go.
On 1st and 10, Beck, and that is incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and now it's 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
Hey, wahoo! Hey, hit it.
Back to throw. Beck. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches it,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Bridgewater. And the pressure gets to him again. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Bridgewater to throw it. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 30. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. It got his man complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain there of 30 big ones. How about the rookie in his NFL debut? Looking sharp. It's 1st and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
They run the counter. Evans. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
Johnson's got it complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Mostert. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Any weapon. Hey, high 7. Ready.
On 3rd down, back. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
That's what you call a rookie mistake. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shock play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he loses the football the 2nd time. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And they'll run for it with Miller. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Mike 50. Switch ball. 65. Mike 50.
3rd and long for Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And Lutz puts this one through. And a second field goal here gets them back within 11 now. It's 17-6. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Come.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59.
Now this time he'll look to throw. That's taken in by Callaway. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Steelers...
Ready. 90 Wolf.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh.
59. Yeah. You don't want none.
They'll run on first down. It's Evans. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Titans on Ringo. Titans on Ringo.
General West.
Watch the eye. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Hey, orbit. Steve Griffin.
2nd and 2. And this is caught by Evans. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Mike is 59.
Looking to throw. Beck got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 30.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Here's Mostert. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
To throw on 2nd down. Beck. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, they've talked about big plays, sacks. They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the 3rd sack of the game for them.
And around the sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line, knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
To throw on 3rd down. Beck. Thomas has got it. Complete. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that way. And down he goes. A covered sack. Took too long to get rid of it. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And his kick is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he is out of bounds here on the return.
Let's go. Let's go.
25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. They'll run with Miller, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Check 13. Check 13. Go. Go. Motion. Mike 55. Mike 55. Set. Oh, here we go. Oh, go. Twist. Hey. Bang.
1st down, Bridgewater. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Here's Bridgewater. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here we go. Now the 55. Mike. I got it. Orbit. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Shut up.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. To throw, Bridgewater. He's got the hook up with Conley. And a loose football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. A loss of 2. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Showed up.
And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt.